Hello friends, welcome back to Learn Python Programming on Mobile Phone Programming series. In the previous class, we have seen how to display data on the screen using print function. So let me show that again once again. So simply we can say print and whatever the data that you want to display that can be passed in between these two brackets. Okay, so something like this, hello world. Okay, so there is a spelling mistake, that's completely fine. Okay, let's run the program. Okay, so we get to see the output here, right? So now in this class, let's do some arithmetic operations on the numerical data, something like this. Let's print 10 plus 30. Okay, and if let's say something like you want to do some multiplication, maybe 2 into 9. Okay, so for multiplication in Python, we use this asterisk symbol. Okay. For addition, it's obviously the plus symbol. And for subtraction, yeah, we have this minus symbol. Okay. And for division, we can use the slash. Okay. And let's say something like you want to identify the remainder. Okay, when you divide a number with a with b and you want to know the remainder, then what we can use is there is a operator called modulus, so which is nothing but this one. Let me show that. Percentile, maybe, yeah, 3. So now if you divide 51 with 3, so what will be the remainder? That we are going to get it in the line number 6. And finally, there is one more arithmetic operator, that is exponent, like a power b. So for example, you want to know 5 to the power of 5 value, then we can simply use double asterisk symbol and 5. Okay, so now let's run this program and see the output. So this is the add, let's close it. So here, so we got the output here, right? So in the first line we got hello world, the second line addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, and the next thing we got is 0 here. Okay, when you divide 51 with 3, we get 0 as a reminder, and 5 to the power of 5 is 3, 1, 2, 5. Okay, so I hope the results are correct, and if you want to test this one again with a different value, maybe like 52, let's see that one. So this time we got a reminder as 1 here, right? So that's how it is. So that is how we can perform arithmetic operations in Python. Okay, but there is a some problem here. So we are directly using the data here itself, right? Like 10, 30. So we are directly doing the addition. So instead of doing directly like this, how about assigning this value to a some name? Okay, like we used to do in our schools, right? X is equal to 10, y is equal to some number, and after that we will apply these arithmetic operations on those two x and y, right? So those are called variables in Python. Okay, so let me define that. Something like this: x is equal to 10. Okay, and I will take y is equal to 30. Okay, so here x and y are variables. Variables are nothing but, okay, nothing but a name to the data. Okay, and these are very useful for storing the data, and in the program, I mean in the further steps, we can make use of these variables. Okay, so now you can see here. Now what I can do is, instead of using data directly, now I can use variables x plus y. Okay, so similarly x minus y, and here I will do division. Yeah, y by x. Okay, so similarly, let's do x to the power of y. Okay, and even we can identify the modulus. Okay, that also we can apply it here. There is one more operator I forgot to mention in the previous step, that is x double slash y. Okay, so what is that? I will show you in a minute. Okay, see, when you divide, I mean, when you use single slash, you will get decimal points. Okay, but when you use double slash, you will get the whole number. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. Let's say something like when you divide 5 with 2, what is the value you will get? So here you will get 2.5 as an answer. Okay, but when you use double slash, you will get 2 as an output. Okay, you will get the whole number. There won't be any decimal points. Okay, so just run this program and see the output. So I'm removing all these previous print statements here because we don't need them anymore. Okay, so here it is, and let's run the program. See here, see the output. So in the third print statement, right, when you divide y with x, we got 3.0 as an output. Okay, so that's the decimal point I was talking about. But when you divide 10 with 30, you got 0, because double slash won't give you any decimal points. It will give you the round figure value. And here the percentile symbol, x percentile y, that is called modulus operator. Okay, using the modulus operator, you can identify the remainder. Okay, so that's about these arithmetic operations in Python and defining variables as well. Okay, and one more time, guys. So what is a variable? Okay, variable is just a name. Okay, variable is just a name which can hold the data. Okay, a variable can hold only one value at a time, and they are mutable. That means you can modify the value of a variable. So here in this case, we have x is equal to 10, right? So if you, in the third line, if you say x is equal to something like 90, what will happen? The 10 will be replaced with a 90. Okay, so after this line number 4, whenever you refer x, so you are referring to 90, but not 10 here. Okay, that we need to remember. Okay, variables are mutable and they can hold only one value at a time. And there are few other conditions in Python when you are naming the variable. Okay, so here it is simple problem. That's why we used variable like x and y. Okay, but when you're writing an actual program, the variable name should be meaningful. Let's say something like you are storing a file name into a variable, then it should be a proper variable name, like some data file, something like that. Okay, and one more thing is variable names should not be starting with a numerical value. Okay, so that means something like this. Let me show an example. Something like 1x. 1x is not a valid variable name. Okay, but you can use x1. That's okay, but not a variable name should not be starting with the numerical value. That you need to remember. And we cannot use space in the variable name. Let's say something like you have a variable like first name, okay, where you want to store the user's first name details, right? So you might tend to have something like this, right? So something like, so let's say I want to store my first name like Afiz here, okay? So you thought that first name will be your variable name, but space is not allowed in Python for a variable name. So how can we achieve this one? I mean, how can we solve this problem? So instead of using space, you can use this underscore. Okay. So that's how, I mean, these are the few conditions or restrictions you can say when you are naming a variable. Okay. So other than that, we can use anything as a variable name. But remember that when you are defining a variable in Python, okay, it should be a meaningful name. Okay, guys, I hope you understand the concept of variables in Python. And if you have any questions or doubts, please mention the comment section below, and I will be happy to help you. And I will meet you in the next video. And in the next video, we'll discuss more about variables and data types in Python. So till then, take care and please do subscribe and share our video with your friends.